Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful people. My name is Francine, and welcome to my channel, The Hermetic Herald. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for deciding to click on this video to see what this was all about. You likely know what it is by now, but I wanted to extend that thanks and gratitude for your support in any way, whether it be through watching this video for a little bit and seeing how you like it, or if you watch throughout and become a member or subscriber or whatever it is down the road. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much for being here. I really enjoy doing these readings, and I feel like today is going to be a special day dedicated to a special soul by the name of Selena Quintanilla. Now, I want to always do my best in pronunciation, so if that's incorrect, please let me know. For quite some time, I felt a draw to Selena's energy, and it's been like that prior to me starting this channel. A lovely subscriber requested that I talk about her, and I feel like there's 3 cards that I should provide. And this is interesting. This is another one. I feel as though I need to start off with a couple of cards. And what I'm going to be doing is inviting her spirit team and Selena herself to interact in any form or fashion according to her desire. We're going to definitely just be real. If I can't seem to connect, I will let you know. But I always want to kind of open up the floor and not assume like, hey, this person's going to dance for us or talk for us or do anything for us. Like, that's totally up to her. So I've been waiting for this reading for forever, so I'm excited, I'm honored. I really want to see what we can tap into and how I can answer some questions from fans and lovely people out there that want to know how she's doing and what she has to say about current events or anything, honestly. So let's open it up and see what comes through. We had these 2 cards come through. I want to kind of talk and touch base with that and channel for you guys. If you're hearing cracking, that's my neck, I'm sorry. Bad habit. But first card we have here is Go the Distance. So as I'm channeling, I'm hearing about a leopard spots. So it's kind of like her spirit team and her want us to look at the spots and to see how unique and crafted they are. I'm also hearing sex. So something about like the fluidity and the beauty and the balance that comes with both. With men, women, masculine, feminine energies. There's something about her embodying that and the balance between them being very sincere and very powerful. So her energy is coming off as like a masculine, a very powerful masculine energy, but also very feminine. She had a very good way of diversifying the perception of the energies, like of believing that she was one thing but she was not, she was more than that. There's this energy of her going the distance energetically to show you who she was, to understanding her past, her present, her future, her talents. I feel as though she's an old soul, so she's been here many times, and I'm hearing many a times as this, and so she feels like she did the distance, she went the distance. So she was willing to do this for the long haul, despite when you think of cheetahs, you know, they're very good at like short, very fast, going very quickly through like sprinting through shorter distances if they need to. But there's something about long distances being very significant, her going through various timelines. This is going to get a bit deeper and more spiritual, so I don't know how much you guys are going to understand depending on where you're at, because we're all at a place in life. But there's something about her going beyond timelines and expressing herself vividly, the color, the clarity. There's something about diamond, and you know how we look at the clarity, color, carat, size. Something about her looking at herself as that diamond, her going the distance and going as far as she could go. I'm hearing quicksand though. The impediments, the things that may have been impediments, that were impediments to her. It almost seems as though this person saw that they were there, but they didn't let it bother them. So she was aware to some extent of the impediments that would try to harm her or to reach, to have her, to extend, that they tried to extend over her, to try to kind of, there's so many words. Please help me get these words out. to prepare for the ventures ahead of her, she kind of just decidedly looked away from the things, the impediments, the things that tried to harm or stop her from her distance, from her goal. Keep in mind that if you know the issues that surround you, all of them in its totality, that can really affect how you move. But there's something powerful about her knowing and yet still going the distance, despite knowing that time was coming, her time was near. So she had an awareness prior to her passing. She had an awareness, and I'm seeing stars in the quicksand, and I'm feeling this energy of her like seeing and reaching for the stars, pivoting, only letting things kind of like it's like allowing all of the difficulties and such around her to propel her rather than to hurt her or harm her. As I'm channeling, I'm just getting like a lot of energy, so excuse the words as they're coming out. It's just a lot. It's interesting, I'm getting like a view of a mountain, finding mountains in the quicksand. Something about that imagery is important. Even though you likely wouldn't find mountains in this terrain, Selena is bringing me to this understanding and realization that there were mountains in the quicksand. And that will make sense when it's time for it to make sense. I feel as though that's important to note. And at the gazelle, I'm hearing some things that I've never thought about. The gazelle jumped over the mountain. They're giving me that imagery, and I don't know where that comes from. And I'm hearing the spitting image. So someone looks like the spitting image of someone. So there's this recognition of a person in particular that's listening. Someone looks like the spitting image of her. I don't know why I'm hearing tomahawk, so I don't know if this person's like a Native American background of some sort. But I'm just getting the imagery of this person being either good at archery or long distance throwing, or this person just being very athletic. Yeah, like a tomahawk is what I'm hearing. That's exactly what I'm hearing. I just can't stop looking at this picture, and also of the imagery, like the stomach. There's something about either solar plexus and yeah, there's this solar plexus like expansion that she wants to bring to some people, and this could be to the people that she loves most, is what I'm hearing. Expanding, like the belly, the seat of joy, the confidence of the seat of like, I'm also hearing endurance. There's something about the belly or stomach being significant. Enraptured. I don't know, there's an excitement and a joy in this card, and it's like 47 is significant. Go the distance. Sunrise. She may be a figment to some, but she is still reality, is what I'm hearing. We have 22, blessed. I'm burping, so it feels like the energy is coming out in that way, so excuse that, guys. You gotta just kind of let go, and I'm feeling like I need to just let it go, let it flow through, so blessed. There might be someone here that looks at sunsets and thinks of her, because I felt like I heard sunset before I saw this, and I feel like someone thinks of her as the time goes, as the sun moves down, and she prays for them. She actually prays for them or thinks on them, because praying is also a form of intercessor. It's like interceding for people. There's something about her interceding for someone loved, that she loves. I don't know if there's a person with the name, starts with a D, Daniel, or Daniel, is that it? Yeah, it's one person, Daniel. There's someone here that she just looks and prays for and thinks about and contemplates. There's this energy of just a knowingness, like, I'm rooting for you, Danny, or I'm rooting for you, Daniel. That's significant. Oh, I feel like I should get into this energy more. There's something about the Ten of Wands flipped out. Someone here is having a difficult time. Hardy is what I'm hearing. She's trying to tell that person that if it's difficult, know that you're blessed, because I feel like that will help you understand and posture yourself differently in this world. I feel like someone here is being very careful with their money, or being very like scared because they have so many finances. You are abundant. Whoever this person is, you are very abundant, and she's there with you. And she sees that you're rich. You're meant to be that way. She's giving you things. Like there's something about her orchestrating things for you. Wow. The High Priestess. You got a really beautiful, beautiful person on your side with Selena, because she's like protecting you. So this person will know who it is. They felt like they were cut in half, or like their happiness was taken from them, but there's this energy of them rising up to the occasion and seeing truly how blessed they are, because she's looking and guarding. I'm hearing guarding your tower, guarding your way. And she looks and surveys you. She watches you. Very aware, very aware. There's some sadness in this person's heart still, and she wants you to have more of an expectation and excitement. There's something about youth here as well, taking a more youthful approach and not letting yourself feel like such an old man. Something like that. Moving steadily towards like taking action on what you feel. There's someone here, it could be like a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, a Queen of Pentacles energy that she's talking about. Go on, go to them. Go on, go to them is what I'm hearing. There's someone that might feel like they have to get some like either like verification that this person is for them. They're still stuck in limbo, trying to figure out if this person's true or not. This person, what do you want to say about them, Selena? You should get to know, you should definitely pursue a relationship with them. Are you marrying them? I don't know if this person, I feel as though I should trust that this person will see this, but they need to be happy, let themselves be happy and be emotionally fulfilled. Let themselves marry this person. I feel like their fears are getting in the way. And she's saying like, I'm being a voice of, I have a voice of concern, like concern for you leaving yourself out in the dark from the party, from the people that love you. Seeing that you can be free and lightweight. There's something about feeling burdened in some way, this person, Daniel. I'm hearing Hardy. I don't know if you guys know the Hardy Boys, or there's something about Hardy that's significant. The Sun. She wants you to be happy. She really wants you to be happy. I don't even know who I'm talking to, so this feels like I'm trying to get used to this. Yeah, she's like completing my sentence. Feeling foreign? Yeah, it feels real foreign. I don't know what to say. But there's also a Gemini, something about either Gemini energy. I'm hearing Fivio, F-I-V-I-O, I don't know why. And then I'm also seeing the Knight of Swords, wanting to talk or manifest talking to her. If you've been trying to talk to her, Fivio, F-I-V-I-O, she says, get out of your head. You got to look at her as a person. You got to kind of recognize that she is a Queen of Wands, but she also is clear, concise. She is humble, very communicative, and she wants to communicate with you. Okay, yeah, just have some confidence. Have some confidence when you're trying to talk to her. We have the High Priestess and the Ten of Swords and the Death card. If you don't use your intuition, you're just going to feel let down or feel like it's not working or it's not going anywhere. Just worry. So this is specific to someone. Okay. She wants to talk to you, but you're not like listening or expecting her to talk. Interesting. There's a lot of people that try to pull on her energy likely, that want to talk more to her, and I feel like she's sweet enough to say something, unless she doesn't want to, of course. But there's something about knowing that she can and that she would. So that's for someone specific. I'm hearing degrades or degrades. Something about it. I don't know why I said it like in Spanish, but it's like degrades. It degrades the experience. It degrades the moment. It degrades yourself when you don't see that she's also very humble, very sweet. What else? Selena. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. Ooh, everything is moving around today because I'm just feeling all of this. The Six of Cups. She wants to speak to a number of people. Yeah, she's definitely, look at that. She wants to talk to a number of people. She wants to clarify things. She wants to see things happen for you guys. So those of you that are watching that felt drawn to ask or inquire or to talk to her, she has a lot to say that'll bring some successes your way. There's something about like the bridge being built. For people to see things differently, to know that you're a part of her family. If you felt like you resonated with her, despite whenever you were born, despite whenever you heard about her, there's something about soul tribe coming together, and she's really happy to reunite. So there's something about her energetically being open to talking to a number of people. Okay, you can do that. She's that Queen of Wands. I'm just going to keep that there. Very blessed. Sagittarius 27 is what I'm hearing. I don't know what that means yet. Oh my gosh. You just gotta trust yourself, and I'm hearing trust fall. Expiration date. Just take the fall. Don't like wait too long. So when you're, it's like Selena's doing like a collective message for you guys. You gotta just pick one. So there's something about picking the options before you. Someone here might have or feel like they're like doubtful of taking a step in the wrong direction. Take the step. You're kind of like going to end up letting something expire when you could have just taken the chance that you felt drawn to take. It's still coming out. So the Seven of Cups is here. We have the Emperor and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, preparing to take action boldly as the Emperor. So she's trying to encourage a number of people that talk to her or want to talk to her to follow their dreams, their goals. Okay. Now, there are people that are not going to expect this reading from her. They're going to feel they felt left out in the dark, or they feel like they will be. But she wants to talk and interact with you guys. That's all I'm seeing, is that she wants to interact, and she'd be ready to talk to you guys. So if you feel like this resonates for you, talk to her more. You'll get more messages. My camera overheated, so I'm going to continue from there and see if I can channel. I'm going to begin to start scrying, so I want to start putting in like a bowl of water so that I can focus in and channel. But let's keep going. The Fivio thing, a Fivio or Fivio thing is interesting because it sounds like someone that's out there. I would love to see confirmation if that's there. Confirmations, but regardless, let's keep going. Thank you so much for being here, Selena. Thank you for your spirit team for being here and present with us. Please help us and assist us in understanding what messages you have. She has a lot of love for you guys. For her fans, she has a lot of love. She wants you guys to always work hard, because there's this energy of her feeling like you work hard, but you're not working on the things you love. There's this energy of like trying to always focus on her stability and her money. And she understands that that's the situation at hand, but there's like a love and a passion that she wants people to invoke or wants to see happen more. I feel like people are getting tied up in the energy of being told what to do by others, instead of it being like you moving into emotional fulfillment, finding your own joy. Okay, getting out of this Nine of Swords. Getting stuck, and it fell right on the Devil. This worry is of the Devil. That's the energy that she's trying to convey here already. I feel like I should see and just channel without the cards, okay? Let's continue from where we were, okay? So we have new life. I'm hearing epic. An epic new life awaits. And I'm seeing the number 16 in my mind's eye, but the number for the card is 39. Huh. I'm getting the number 16, and this might sound crazy, but she may have already had a new life at 16, and her higher self is what's talking to us. So the person that we're talking about, Selena, might already have incarnated again, but she's 16 now. So that means she was born in, what was that? It's 2024, so minus 16. She might have been born in 2008. So there's something about her higher self talking to us. Is that correct? Please assist me in understanding. Something here about that. Is Selena here in a different form? Yeah, so she is here. She's amongst us right now. She waited till the appointed time in 2008 to incarnate. So what we're talking to and who we're talking to is her in her life at that time, but it's her higher self. So she's kind of recognizing that there's this energy of like us understanding her as this artist, this person, but she's beyond that. She's gone the distance. She's already moved on to her next objective, her next goal, and she's blessed. So it's this energy of like, I have more to do. I have more to do and I am doing it. But I'm here to help you guys. Her spirit team is here to help us as well. Because it seems as though some of them are carrying her on. Like there's something like a mysterious energy about her spirit team, and like they continued on with her through this life. Because it feels as though because it was cut in the way that it was cut, it was like one of the divots, one of the holes, the one like quicksand. There's something about her continuing on anyway. So she's continuing what she's doing, and she is 16 right now. That can sound crazy, but the spirit world is very interesting, and you kind of have to just let go. So I'm just gonna let go and keep going. Thank you for this information, Selena. Thank you so much for this information. Wow, Leo. She could be a Leo that was born in 2008. We have milk and honey. Milk and honey. I'm hearing a part of history. She's always going to remain a part of history. But she's doing well. She's doing really well in this life right now. Satisfaction and success is imminent. The rainbow is something I can't get over looking at, as well as the face, like her past self. It's like she's guiding herself. Her higher self is really guiding her into a lot of bliss this life. So she know that she is actually encountering milk and honey in this life. Wherever she is, I don't know if it's meant for us to know who she is, because I don't want to disclose people's information, and I feel like she wouldn't do that either. Yeah. I'm hearing sea. Sea. And I'm also hearing sea of forgiveness. I feel like she has a sea of forgiveness towards what brought her to this place, in this new space, in this new body, this new life. She wants you guys to know that she is very much contented. She wants to continue to speak. Her higher self still wants to continue to speak to others, but there's a wisdom that comes with her. There's something about her like having true happiness now, because what she had prior was all that glitters, and it feels as though she's trying to say it's not everything. So she may be like almost like a patron to, not like she's a complete like guide yet. There's this energy of her guiding people that are in the industry right now. I don't know if they'll talk about it, but she's been guiding a number of them and kind of directing them, because they don't realize that all that glitters isn't gold in the industry. So there's something about this yellow, her sacral, or her solar plexus, her joy and all of that being significant. It guides her continuously. But there's something about her also having a wisdom about heartbreak, and about how her life was pretty crazy, in the sense that she felt like she was going against so many things. Or it's almost like, you know, when there's like pressure, or like there's like tension, because you're living your life authentically, you're being generous, you're being kind, and then there's this energy of someone wanting to take and steal that from her, of always wanting to be free, kind of like Gemini energy. Gemini and also earth signs are coming through heavily. King and Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Yeah. I'm just hearing the word suffering, in the sense of there being this energy of people feeling like they have to suffer in order to achieve fame. Something about all that glitters isn't gold. She has love, deep affection, and caring coming through for those people. So she's almost like, not exactly, but it's like a form of a patron saint type energy, where she wants to help people, and she wants to help people specifically in the industry, or those that feel like they're going against the tide or going against the grain. She's energetically helping a number of people, and it's like her, I don't know how powerful, I don't know, it's just interesting to hear all of this information and to see how it connects. I'm hearing tribe as well. So there's something about people like having some like overactive sexual like tendencies in the industry, and her wanting to help them through it, because there's a lot of creativity that's found there. Something about like maybe her connecting with them, or understanding where they're coming from, because she's experienced that. Like she had a lot of energy, a lot of drive, a lot of determination, getting fair women. So there's someone in particular here. This person has like a blonde, gray, or white hair, and December is significant. So Taylor, interesting. She's talking about Taylor. I said that really interesting. Temporary problems. Okay, so she's trying to tell us about Taylor. There's going to be some temporary problems with her. She's really stubborn about something that she told her to do, or like impressed upon her to do. She's not listening. She's kind of becoming, in a sense, a pack mule, in a sense, like people are trying to smuggle things with her, Taylor, and she feels like she doesn't like that her life is rambling on in some way. So there's something about people trying to control Taylor and her trying to help her and be of service to her. It's something about her being a friend to her, celebration, fun, enjoyment. And she feels like she's really like either arrogant or boastful in some regards, and won't, it's like there's a need for her to let go, and she's trying to help her go through this muddled, unclear thinking. What is she muddled and unclear about? So we're taking kind of like a segue, or like a little detour to speak about this, because this is coming through. What do you want to say? Changes in her life. So there's some changes in Taylor's life that she tried to assist her with. Fear, worries, intense situations. It's amazing that she's able to do this stuff, because in my logical, rational mind, I'm thinking like if she's here now, then that means that she would be somewhere else in a physical location, and that she wouldn't be able to do this, but her higher self is helping her. Great happiness. Wow. Great happiness. She wants her to not be fearful about the tense situations that are coming, but there's something here about her being extremely stubborn. She's trying to help her through something before it happens, some like period of ill health that might happen to her, but it'll help her in the end. I'm hearing elite, so she's trying to help some of the elite with regards to romance, but it seems as though they don't really like at least believe what she's saying, or think that she's talking to them. There's something about her being like some source of like of comfort, and also of someone that wants to help and advise them, because she sees when people are feeling dissatisfied with their life, or feeling some sense of there being a lot of obstacles. So triumph over troubles. She really wants to be that eagle energy. She seems like she has the eagle totem, or that was her totem when she was here as Selena, helping people through difficult situations in life. We have the Three of Cups. She has a lot of soulmates, a lot of people that she wants to help fight battles with, especially if they're confused. She wants to be the one to speak up and tell them, no, don't do that. But it seems as though they're going to learn the hard way, some of them. Yeah, the Fool and the Magician. Connections. She's talking about connections a lot. Karmic relationships. She has a special place in her heart for relationships. People that are going through relationships, because she had some things to say about that. Yeah, about differing beliefs or opinions with people. Healing that. Something about that, like the Aquarius energy with relationships. She had like maybe like a very different way of looking at relationships in some way. There may have been some traditional things, but there were some nuances to it. I'd like to segue, because my camera did its thing again, into love after shuffling. I want to continue because I feel like there's a reason why I keep seeing love coming up in this reading. So, Selena, thank you so much for the information. I'm hearing dip. Someone needs to take a dip in the water. Something about like getting into really either like challenging situations, or like being more creative, more Neptunian, like more imaginative, like Pisces energy. Something about that is coming through. Seeing how blessed they are to live life and to live it fully. And then I'm getting success assured with good plans and hard work. So there's someone that she really wants to encourage. There's a number of people she wants to encourage, but we're moving on into love now. So now we have all of these cards, and what's funny is this is 16. That's the Tower card, but also 16, representative of what I heard when I saw this new life card. So let's look into some things. How do you feel about talking about love, Selena? How do you feel about talking about love with us? Because I feel like that's the natural pathway here. So I feel like she wants me to kind of prove something to someone. There's like this energy of like her wanting to confirm things that people know, or this person will know. So is this their light attribute? Something about this being their light attribute. This being their light attribute. We're going to talk about Chris Perez, okay? She wants to kind of touch base on him, and wow, she considered him a king archetype. Nice. Wow. Let's keep going. She wanted him to know he's a king, but he's also very sweet, nurturing, unconditional love. I'm hearing a number of things. Whew. Can you slow it down for me? Vivandes or viva, just life, living, something about like his life or how he is, very lively. That could be the word. I wish I like was good at like translating, and I feel like she knows that, so it's not like she of course knew English and Spanish, guys, I know that, but I'm just saying like sometimes words come to me in other languages better than English. Is that weird? And I feel like that one came so fast. So if you'd like to tell me again, please let me know. Okay, he's like a really sweet spirit. He's determined to stay young in body-minded spirit. He may just look younger. I've seen his picture in the past, but I'm getting the energy of him being very like young at heart, having the ability to see things with fresh eyes. She saw him as that. She saw him as nurturing. She saw him as an enlightened, kind leader. Even if like he wasn't set as a leader for something, he had that energy of being the one that had the authority. He walks in authority. Benefiting those in his charge. He honors his role as a leader in any capacity. We're also getting the energy of the athlete. He takes things on. He takes on certain things, burdens at times. For others, he goes beyond physical limitations, very strong-willed. Also could be just really strong too. Very strong in spirit and willpower. And serving humanity with humility. He has humility about him as well. He can be strong but not full of himself. That's what she wants to say to him. Chris, you are all of those things, and I want to confirm that for people. Something about that is important. And he's also aware of when someone's draining her. Like, he would be very perceptive and see, like, oh, this person is bothering you. Let me take care of it. Let me talk to them. Or, like, very aware of when someone was trying to be, like, unequivocally is what I'm hearing, like, overstepping or trying to be, like, imposing on her. Something about that. He's also a visionary, very good ideas, a lot of ideas. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, and willingness to produce a vision or to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So when he has a vision, he just wants to give it to people. He wants to help people. Warrior energy, strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. She's just going on and on about him. Wow, he's just a really open guy, humble enough to learn lessons, to learn things. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are, and a storyteller. He loves telling stories, and she loved hearing him tell stories. It was very fun. He was very entertaining, and he was a companion to her. He was her friend. That's beautiful. Very like really good at money too. Can get things off like getting things rolling is what I'm hearing. And also just very like, also his anger could be explosive at the certain people. I'm hearing the right people. He can get something across to people. Very powerful energy here. Beautiful, beautiful. Is there anything you want to say about his like shadow attributes? So shadow attribute here is negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So maybe like getting caught up in between two people. Okay, having issues all the time, but I wanted to continue. So yeah, we had the negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. Maybe he had like certain things he negotiated, and you know, they made up, the other person may have thought they had the upper hand in the situation, but he was doing it for an ulterior motive. It could be just a strategic type energy of someone who strategizes like on what can bring them the best output, or what can help them and their motives versus what other people might try to do with certain things. This could even be with, like, for instance, a movie with regards to Selena, like people trying to take advantage of what happened to her, of her passing, and trying to make money off of it, but seeing that they can do something better with it, negotiating something, a strategy to make that work for them and their family and her honor. There also is the energy of the bully archetype, which is someone who conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. So maybe, you know, like getting really heated arguments. I'm just getting like the energy of heated arguments. Now, right now I'm just reading, but I'm going to tap back in and channel, but I just want to tell you guys what I'm feeling intuitively. It feels like there are moments that are really heated, and verbal or physical abuse may have ensued between them, like verbal abuse specifically. I can't confirm on which one it is, but that's something that's notorious for this card. So just feeling like like, you know, he had to kind of impress on himself certain things. Like, let's say she wanted to do something a little out there, a little like risky, but he wanted to protect her. He may have been verbally abusive to try to prevent her from doing that. This is in the, like, me trying to look at it from like a positive perspective. Like, you can have light and shadow, and you do have light and shadow within you, but it may not always be as evil or negative as you think. It could just be like a tendency of like fighting with certain people if like they messed with her, or like this protective energy, and also dictatorial control or abuse of authority. This could just be not feeling very like fond of police, feeling very fond of certain things that were very like dictatorial, like controlling in his environment. So he may have been a little bit more like and I'm feeling that rebellious energy, and like that's what I saw at the bottom. He's like a rebel type energy. He rejects legitimate authority out of anger and rebels out of peer pressure of fashion. He likes to see people free. He doesn't like seeing people a slave to anybody. So that's coming through. We also have the angel archetype. So he may seem really sweet, but he has a lot more to him. Negative judgment of the physical world. He might just have like a sense of thinking the world is like a shit house, or like a just really difficult, and feeling like he doesn't want to be here, for instance, or like he doesn't like this world and the people like that are the characteristics of people in this world and how the world is going. Relying on luck rather than hard work. He may just be really fond of like gambling, in the sense of like, it could be physical gambling or just gambling on life and taking risks. So he may just be that one that's like the rebel that wants to take risks, and she's mentioning it through the cards with me. Wow. He may have wanted to rescue her in some ways because he felt like he had to protect her, and he had to protect her a lot. He may have felt personal guilt when she passed. Wow. Heart chakra, his heart. She really loves his heart. He was very healing to her. Yeah, very like an artistic energy is coming through as well. So he was a musician, correct? Or is a musician. There's just this energy of powerful, like of defensiveness, of being strong and resilient and rebellious, and not letting people have the upper hand on you. There's something about her wanting to talk about that. So let's get into the questions people had with regards to him, Chris Perez, and then we'll just channel from there. What's funny is, as I was putting the cards away, I heard a voice, and I believe that was Selena saying, "What about me? What about me?" And I was like, "Oh, what? I forgot to do you? Forgot to like focus on your energy and what you would like to say about you." So, Selena, let's see. Spirit team of Selena, please guide me into understanding what light attributes Selena embodied when she was here in her form, is what I feel like saying. So we have, these felt, should I take them? No, they're saying behind. So there's something about going through going through those at the bottom of the deck. So far we have Thief. The energy is shedding light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. She had wealth within her that she never let anyone even believe that they could steal from her. She was very like strong-willed. I'm hearing Navajo, and I'm seeing, when I looked at teacher, there's something about her Navajo roots, or like her having like some roots, Native American roots, and like that being like where she's learned how to become a teacher. There's something instilled, like something that she's instilled or likes to instill in others. And it comes through this teacher card. So the ability to communicate knowledge, wisdom, experience, or skills. And I feel like she may have past lives there, and that's why I'm also getting that energy. Awakens consideration for the feelings of others, and honoring trust. She was someone that you can trust to keep a secret. She was someone you knew that was really good at teaching things about, whether it is like the music or about just any skill set that she was really good at. She would really be good at like, I'm hearing evoking or expressing what it is and how she did it. She's also very passionate about a journey of self-empowerment, very self-empowering. She is the femme fatale, the child magical, the shapeshifter, and the slave archetype. She was very seductive without even trying. There was this energy of her being like very in tune with her feminine energy. Even if she didn't feel that way, she embodied that. We have the child magical, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, belief that everything is possible. very young energy. So that I can see how that complements Chris Perez, because she has that magical ability of like just drawing you in, but also being very like, it's not someone you can easily hold on to. She felt like she was elusive, and Chris may have felt like she was elusive because it's not like he tried to contain her, but she's not someone that you could even think about containing, because she was just so beautiful in her freedom and like the freeness that she walks in. And knowing what I know or what I've seen in the cards for Chris, I think he liked that a lot about her. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. She's very aware. She has some Native American roots that are very significant that have helped her in her spirituality. She's very good at shape-shifting and going through like how we're all connected. She's very good at seeing, and also her mental space is very sharp and acute. The eagle archetype is coming through, the eagle totem. She is like an eagle in the spiritual realm. Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. She may have even loved seeing eagles. Child divine came through for her as well. So Chris and her have a very similar energy, very childlike, very sweet and witty is what I'm hearing. She's very sweet and witty. And she also trusts. She has like a really cool way of trusting. And I think trust is something that it comes from like a place of being open to her inner child, letting people take over, doing what they are good at and trusting that they can do it and surrendering that. She may I'm not going to say she's not a perfectionist at all, but there's some things that she just knew, like she wanted her life to be something beautiful for people to see and to surrender to that. My baby's crying, so I'll be right back, guys. So to continue, we also had the vampire that we mentioned with Chris as well. Being aware of when someone's taking too much out of you, taking too much effort, energy, trying to always be in your energy, someone who's really draining your life force. She was aware of the people that were draining her life force. She also had the martyr archetype and the angel. Beautiful. This is the energy of someone who serves others or serves causes selflessly. There's something about her transcending that, like being like an idol, of course, that we know, but someone who is very humble, someone who is very willing to serve people, loved taking care or making sure that people felt loved, inspired, and gifted as well. The word gifted is coming through. Something about like, I don't know if she's had a past life in a Slavic land, something like that is coming through for some reason. Helping those with no expectation of reward as well. Pink, very sweet energy, very soft and feminine in these two cards. There's more to her that we've already seen that's not like that, but there's just something about these two, being an angel, being the martyr, someone who is willing to help people at the detriment sometimes of herself, and yet having to pick herself up and say, you know what, I can only do so much for people. I need to come through for myself and make sure that no one steals or takes or is successful in taking what's rightfully mine and what's meant for me. It's something about like that archetype of the thief, like her never letting anyone take from her. There's this energy of the hermit, so she was a little introverted. She might have liked, I wonder if she's ever tried like smoking weed or something like that. There's something about her confronting addictive behaviors in friends and like some people in her stratosphere, people around her. There's like an essence of mystery to that card for some reason, and also serving humanity with humility, same as Chris as well. So they had a mission that was very similar together, and I think that's why we picked up on that energy. That's why they both have that energy and why likely they came together in this time, in this life. Now, I really feel like I keep getting like tuned out because I have to focus in on life here. So there may be other things that I say later on or share based on the channelings that I do with her if I do attempt to do this again. It's kind of semi-channeling because I'm mostly reading the cards, but then also hearing clairaudiently some messages. Let's see if I can get any more messages. Are there any other messages, Selena, in regards to Chris and you? Is there anything you'd like to tell him? Anything you'd like to tell him? I keep seeing this King of Pentacles. I don't know if he just embodies that, like is a very rich spirit, or just has a lot of riches, loves to be comforted with his riches, physical, like he's all about legacy or all about like tangible aspects of his experience. King of Pentacles could just be an earth sign as well. There's that's weighing him down a bit that she wants to talk about? What is that? Okay. What would you like to talk about with regards to this double energy? 3 of Swords. Okay, something not working out and moving out of that situation, whether it be a divorce or like, if it's romantic, like a divorce, putting your foot down, standing your ground and moving forward out of the heartache. If it's a friendship, it's still moving out of this energy of this person really hurting them and them trying to keep it going or trying to make things happen, but they felt like they were at a stalemate for quite some time. The number 9 could be significant. Indecisiveness about how to move forward. So there's some energy that she's trying to talk about with regards to manifesting new love in his life, Chris specifically. I don't know if this is known or not because I don't know Chris Perez, but I feel as though there's something about you're going to be successful, and there's something about not losing your charm, not losing like your zest or zeal for life and wasting it on someone that's not meant to be in your life anymore. And this can be, like I said, a relationship. It feels like it could be, or it could just like some relationship, romantic relationship specifically. So I'm not sure if he's moved on with someone and is encountering some difficulties with the 10 of Wands. But she's just saying you should move out of that. You should be happy. You should move towards self-preservation. Continuing to be who you are authentically. Something about her wanting to see him happy or wanting him to be authentic with himself. And I'm getting a pain in my stomach. I don't know if he gets ulcers or if he has like just stomach pains. There's something about the side, like right here on my left side, that pain reverberating through my stomach. It might be symbolic for him if he sees this. She wants to see him happy. She wants him to have gratitude. His family. She's very pleased looking at his family, looking at his children. And she wants to defend something. His abundance, his joy, his success, his happiness. She wants to see him continually happy. And so this energy of like him feeling left out in the dark, she wants that to go away. She wants him to start anew. So if he's hearing this, I hope it is a source of encouragement and that it makes sense. Okay. Any confirmation would be so helpful and so clarifying for me as a reader. I just feel that. She's like trying to say to stay optimistic. He seems a little down or kind of like dejected or like maybe feeling like he doesn't feel much right now. She's wanting him to remain optimistic. Because I'm thinking of that, stay optimistic about your love life. Something like that coming through. He needs to have work-life balance. He's kind of trying to steal himself away by focusing on his work, focusing on other things in life. And when he should feel like a sense of companionship, a sense of like feeling close to someone out there. Your soul tribe, like feeling like someone really resonates with you. And I'm hearing musk baby. I don't know why. Maybe there's musk that maybe there's like a specific thing with regards to musk. I'm seeing something I've never seen before with regards to this card. It looks like there's a wolf in the corner of the room where this person is. So there might be a wolf in sheep's clothing near him and he needs to be wary of that. This person could be an Aries. He needs to take a break or take some form of control and take a break from this person, this wolf in sheep's clothing, to make new plans. This person is too much, and this person could have been cheating on him, having a third-party situation. Yeah, third party. This person is not as this person isn't as faithful as they should be. The person that he's currently with. They want him to know, or she wants him to know that he's meant to have the Empress. He's meant to have abundance. He's meant to have a baddie. He's meant to have someone who really like lights him up. And there's something about this relationship going down the tubes, or something going down the, maybe she got her tubes tied and didn't tell him, or something about something going down the tubes. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, something really beautiful is coming. Something beautiful is coming. So they're kind of talking about Chris and this person. Selena is talking about this fortune coming to him, to keep his eyes open, to stay optimistic, to keep looking forward to what life has to offer. He's blessed, like it says here, and that there's a need for some balance in his life, and he's getting balanced out. basically is what she's trying to say. He's the King of Wands, big dick energy. Now I don't know if that's like literal or figuratively, like they're just trying to say he's a very passionate individual, and he should have the people in his corner. Something about friends being important right now, being important in general to help him move calmly and safely. I'm hearing through this ordeal or through this situation. They may have had friends that they know, like that. Let's say he's been in this marriage for a while, and then he has like friends through her. There's something about friends being significant, like real friends. And maybe he feels like he needs some help, like needs someone to like help pick him up or to help balance him out. Something about that. What about the friends? Yeah, he needs some time away to just focus on spending time with his friends. How long has it been since he's been with his friends? Like just taking a trip or gone somewhere to just be with them. Some cool location, or just kind of spontaneously meeting up with them so they can talk. He needs more time with his friends, and that's what she's telling me. Selena's higher self, what would you like to say? So we have long-term, the relationship. There's something about wanting it for the long term or the long haul, but also about her hustling, like their career path, like them focusing on hustling when they're together. Where do you want me to go with this? I want to be free-flowing. I don't want to control this. I don't know why I'm hearing have your cake and eat it too. Like the goal was to have their cake and eat it too, in the sense of like working hard and then allowing themselves to enjoy the fruits of their labor. She wanted to enjoy the fruits of her labor with him. That energy is very significant. So how did Selena feel about Chris? Like, how do you currently feel, Selena, about Chris? Because you're here. Your higher self is here. Page of Swords. She wants to talk to you. She wants to have a new like wave of communication with you. She feels a little down about something that happened in the dark, about some fight or something like that. I don't know if a fight happened before she passed, but something about like talking about that fight so that he can let go of some burden. She really wants to help him let go of something. She wants him to be happy and free again, free in the energy that he presents. Something about that has changed since she passed. He wants her to she wants him to look forward to the future and to plan and prepare for some really exciting stuff for him career-wise. He needs to commit to doing those things. He needs to kind of push past any like writer's block or maybe not writer's block, but some like some difficulties that he's having right now. He needs to be resilient. Because she really sees a lot of great things happening for him, a lot of options for him down the road that are going to make him really happy. She really, really wants to talk to you. So if you'd like to reach out to me and I can complete this or talk more about this with you, Chris, if that's something you're interested in, I would be happy to. Is there anything else? Selena, how did you feel? Is there anything else you want to talk about with regards to Chris? Queen of Cups. Wow, she had a lot of love for you. She has a lot of love for you. That doesn't just go away when you pass away. There's like a boldness to this love too. And like an excitement, determination with this love. It doesn't go away. Yeah, she feels at peace. She's at peace. She feels at peace. She feels like the truth is clear. The truth is clear. The Hermit, she knows a lot more now and she's empowered by it. She knows a lot more now. She has a lot of love for you. She sees you as the king to her queen. You guys are like either counterparts or you guys complete each other. You're very similar. Devil energy. She just wants to talk about someone in your circle, someone around you. You have a lot of love to give. We have the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Emperor. There's something about, it feels almost familial too, like she's talking about still missing you, wanting to be with you. Three of Pentacles, like friendship. There being something consistent and constant about that. Still being your friend, still being your companion in a different way, But there's something here about like two people, an Emperor, could be an Aries, and either a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. So two men, it feels like, protecting them. or holding them close. She holds them close, 2 males in addition to him that she's talking about here. If you guys know who that is, please let me know. I feel like I'd like to get into her energy more in the future, but for now, she just wants you guys to know that. Fortunately, once I get my camera, a camera that can go for longer and stuff like that, I can really get into this energy a lot more. Gemini energy is coming through. So there might be a specific Gemini that's being talked about here as well. There's a lot of things to talk about. Yeah, 4 of Swords, Justice, she's at peace. So is that all that you want to say, Selena? Yeah, okay. We have the Empress, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. She's contented with stopping here. So this is what I have for you guys today. If you feel like you have any other questions and thoughts that you'd like to share with the channel, with me, feel free to comment below. Please like so that this gets into the algorithm and gets to the people that need to see it. I feel like it's meant to reach a certain number of people. Is there anything else? Yeah, there's something really, really mysterious about this. I feel like there's more to come. So feel free to subscribe. I feel like there's more to come with this. Yeah, so there's something about like fighting battles. There's something that she wants to do and equip a group of people with for their start, for their new start. So anyway, I feel like I'm still going forward, but this is what I have for you guys today. Please like, share, and subscribe as I mentioned earlier, and stay tuned for more. You take care. Bye.